In this video, we're going to take a look at the selective color adjustment layer. Now, selective color is a little bit interesting. What it does is it allows you to do color corrections based on a target color range, or actually just a target color, excuse me. So we can choose between reds, yellows, greens, cyans, blues, magentas, whites, neutrals, and blacks. And after we choose what color we'd like to affect, we can then slide around some sliders that control how much cyan, magenta, yellow, and black are influencing that particular realm of color. The reason it's interesting is that even though it says cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, it works just fine on an RGB image, such as what we have here. So if I set this down to blues, and obviously we've got a lot of blue in this image, I can pull down the amount of cyan, I can pull down the magenta, I can kick up the yellows, and as you can see, just by adjusting these colors, I can start changing that particular area of the image. So here, again, the blues are being affected by the result of the sliders. Now, you're pushing these and pulling them up in percentages. So let me set these back over to zeros. Because at the bottom, we have two little radio buttons. We have relative and absolute. Now, the way this works is this controls how the percentage is being applied back to the original number. So let's just say, for sake of argument, that any given pixel in our image has a 50% value for cyan already. If we were to take our slider and set it to 20, which I'm going to drag on the actual word cyan because you get finer control. If we set this to 20 at relative, what that's going to do is take the original value that was there, in this case 50, and it'll take 20% of that, which would be 10, and add that back on for a total of 60. See how that works? We're taking 20% of 50 and adding it back on. Absolute, on the other hand, will just add on however much percentage. So if we had 50, we had 20, we actually end up with 70. The end result, if you don't want to think about the math, is that absolute is going to have a much harsher result than relative. And you can just kind of play between the two values and see which one suits your particular purpose better. So that's really it. Again, it's just a way for you to perform some color correction by choosing a target color and then controlling how much the CMYK spectrum affects that particular range of color. That will wrap things up for this video. Thanks a lot.